Have you ever been in a situation where someone in charge seemed more focused on their power than on doing what's right? It's a frustrating experience, and it's something people have dealt with for thousands of years. Today, we're diving into a powerful story from the Gospel of Matthew, specifically chapter 21, verses 23 to 27. It's a short but incredibly dense passage where Jesus has a run-in with the chief priests and elders, the religious authorities of his day. They challenge him, asking, "By what authority are you doing these things?" And his response is a masterclass in leadership, integrity, and the true nature of authority. This isn't just an ancient story. It's packed with lessons that are vital for us today, whether we're leading a company, a family, or just trying to lead ourselves with integrity. So grab a cup of coffee and let's explore what this encounter teaches us about where real authority comes from. Let's set the scene. Jesus has just triumphantly entered Jerusalem. He's cleansed the temple, driving out the money changers who were exploiting the people. He's performing miracles, healing the sick right there in the temple courts. To the people, he's a hero, a prophet, maybe even the Messiah. But to the religious establishment, he's a threat. He's disrupting their system, challenging their control. So they approach him while he's teaching in the temple and hit him with a direct challenge. "By what authority are you doing these things, and who gave you this authority?" It's a loaded question. They're trying to trap him. If he says his authority is from God, they can accuse him of blasphemy. If he says it's his own, they can dismiss him as an arrogant upstart. They think they have him cornered. But Jesus, in his infinite wisdom, doesn't fall for it. Instead of a direct answer, he turns the tables with a question of his own. He says, "I will also ask you one question, and if you tell me the answer, then I will tell you by what authority I do these things. The baptism of John, where did it come from? From heaven or from man?" Now the trap is on them. This is brilliant. John the Baptist was immensely popular. The people saw him as a true prophet from God. If the Pharisees say John's baptism was from man, the crowd might turn on them. But if they say it was from heaven, they condemn themselves. Because if they believed John was from God, why didn't they believe him when he pointed to Jesus as the Messiah? They are completely stuck. They huddle together, debating. Matthew tells us they reasoned among themselves. If we say from heaven, he will say to us, "Why then did you not believe him?" But if we say from man, we are afraid of the crowd, for they all hold that John was a prophet. Their dilemma reveals their true motivation. They aren't interested in the truth. They are interested in preserving their power and public image. So they come back to Jesus with a cowardly answer, "We do not know." And Jesus gives them the perfect reply. "Neither will I tell you by what authority I do these things." He doesn't need to. Their refusal to engage with the truth has already exposed them. This exchange is so rich, and the first major lesson for us is that true authority comes from truth, not from a title or a position. Notice that Jesus didn't list his credentials. He didn't say, "I am the Son of God, and that's my authority." He lived it. His authority was self-evident in his actions, his healing, his wisdom, and his love. The miracles he performed and the truths he taught were his resume. The Pharisees had the titles chief priests, elders, but their authority was hollow because it wasn't rooted in integrity. This is a powerful reminder for us. In our own lives, real influence doesn't come from a job title on a business card or the number of followers we have online. It comes from living authentically. It comes from our character, our consistency, and our commitment to what is right. When our lives align with the truth, people naturally recognize that authority. You don't have to demand respect when you've earned it through integrity. The second lesson is that it's not only okay, but it's important to question authority. The Pharisees, for all their wrong motives, were technically doing something we should all do. They were questioning a new voice of authority. The problem wasn't their question. It was the heart behind the question. Jesus' response encourages genuine inquiry. He challenges them to think for themselves, to examine the evidence about John the Baptist and come to their own conclusion. We should do the same. We shouldn't blindly follow anyone, whether in politics, religion, or the workplace, just because they have a position of power. We are called to be discerning, to test what we are told against the standard of truth. Does this align with love, justice, and righteousness? Is this person's life consistent with what they preach? It can be uncomfortable to challenge the status quo, but it's essential for growth and for preventing the abuse of power. Real leaders aren't afraid of questions. They welcome them because they are confident in the truth they stand on. This leads us to the third point: integrity over power. Jesus had more power than anyone who has ever walked the earth. He could have zapped the Pharisees out of existence. He could have called down legions of angels to force everyone to obey him. But he never used his power for control or manipulation. He used it to serve, to heal, and to reveal the truth, giving people the freedom to choose. The Pharisees, on the other hand, were obsessed with control. Their main concern was losing their grip on the people. This is the fundamental difference between a godly leader and a worldly one. A worldly leader uses power to dominate. A godly leader uses their influence to empower others, to build trust, and to point people toward the truth. They lead with a servant's heart, not an iron fist. Are we using our influence, big or small, to lift others up or to hold them down? Fourth, doing the right thing often comes at a cost. The Pharisees were trapped by their fear of losing status. They knew what was at stake. Acknowledging the truth about John, and by extension Jesus, would mean giving up their comfortable positions, their prestige, and their control. So they chose the easy way out: we do not know. They sacrificed truth for the sake of their own security. This is a temptation we all face. Standing up for what's right can be risky. It might cost us a friendship, a promotion, or our popularity. It can make us a target. But Jesus shows us that integrity is worth the price. He knew his path would lead to the cross, the ultimate cost, but he never wavered from the truth. Are we willing to pay the price for our convictions? Or do we, like the Pharisees, choose the safety of "I don't know" when confronted with a difficult truth? Fifth, this story is a classic example of actions speak louder than words. The Pharisees claimed to be the spiritual guides of Israel. They had all the right words, all the religious rituals, but their actions in this moment revealed what was truly in their hearts: fear, pride, and a lust for power, their unwillingness to answer. A simple, honest question spoke volumes. Jesus constantly emphasized this. It's not what we say, but what we do that shows who we really are. Our integrity is demonstrated in our daily choices, especially when no one is watching. It's easy to talk about faith, love, and justice. It's much harder to live it out consistently. Do our actions align with our words? If someone watched a video of our life without sound, would they see a person of integrity? Finally, and most importantly, Jesus' authority was rooted in his intimate connection with God. He didn't need to prove himself to the Pharisees because he wasn't seeking their approval. His validation came from his Father in heaven. He knew who he was and who sent him. He operated from a place of complete security in his identity and mission. This is the ultimate source of true authority for any believer. When our identity is securely rooted in our relationship with God, we no longer need the validation of the world. We don't have to fight for position or scramble for titles. We can lead, serve, and speak the truth with quiet confidence because our authority comes from the one who created the universe. We are no longer driven by fear of what others think, but by a desire to please God. So as we reflect on this incredible encounter, let's ask ourselves some tough questions. Where are we sourcing our own sense of authority? Is it from our titles and accomplishments, or from a life of integrity rooted in truth? Are we brave enough to question things that don't seem right? And are we humble enough to be questioned ourselves? Do we lead to empower or to control? And ultimately, is our confidence found in the shifting opinions of people or in the unchanging love and authority of God? This story challenges us to be people whose authority is not just claimed, but seen in our character, our love, and our unwavering commitment to the truth, no matter the cost. Thanks so much for joining me today. If this message resonated with you, I'd love for you to hit that like button and subscribe for more content that dives deep into these timeless truths. Share this with someone who might need to hear it, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, live with integrity and lead with love.